Squid Game is brilliantly written, acted, just made in general. I wasn't really expecting much out of it when I watched it, but holy shit! Like, it's weird as hell, but it's compelling, and it keeps you at the edge of your seat. It keeps you wanting more, and god damn it, I want more. If you would have told me when South Park first aired that it would be season 25 right now, or recently, I would have told you to fuck off, because I didn't think for a second South Park would be on this long. And for its landmark 25th season, it's one of the shortest seasons they've ever had, with only 6 episodes. But those 6 episodes are as commentary filled as they always are. They went into mass commentary, white versus black owned businesses, the housing market and gentrification, Russia, the new Red Scare, dealing with hormonal teenagers, and of course cancel culture and St. Patrick's Day. And they did it all in the typical South Park way, and it was funny. And they retconned Token. His name is not Token as in Token Black Kid. It's Tolkien as in J.R.R. Tolkien of the Lord of the Rings. So The Lost City, Brad Pitt is fantastic. Daniel Radcliffe, oh my god, I want to see him in more villainous roles. He is great in it. But overall, The Lost City is humorless, it is boring, it is bland, which is really disappointing because both Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock can be funny, but they're just there here. One person who was hysterical, though, was Oscar Nunez from The Office. Very, very small role, but he stole the show. He was the best part of the entire movie, and he had maybe 5 minutes of screen time. So X, simplest title ever. This movie is truly a slow burn, but it is absolutely brilliant. Now, you've got a group making a porno, and you actually see some pretty semi-hardcore sex scenes in the movie, and which shouldn't really be that much of a surprise because it's a movie about making a porno. And it seems like the old lady that co-owns the property with her husband, she is so sexually frustrated because her husband has a bad heart and won't fuck her. She goes on a murder spree of the actors and the director and the producer, and she just brutally murders everybody. You know, Brittany Snow, Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, all absolutely amazing. And this is, I think, the 4th movie just this year, and it's only March, that I've seen Jenna Ortega in. This girl is going to be a fucking star. I think she's really going to be the new queen of horror. And while she may be the new queen of horror, in my opinion, A24 is without a doubt the new king of horror movies. Not only do they have this, but they made The Witch, they made Green Room, they made Hereditary, Midsommar, The Lighthouse. Like, the people behind A24 and the people they bring in to make these movies, they understand horror, and it's fantastic. So Disenchantment, it started out really, really strong, but then it got weirder and weirder and weirder as the parts, not seasons, went on, and this latest part I thought was going to be part 4. It was going to be the last one. Makes sense. 4 parts, 4 seasons, whatever, but it ended on another cliffhanger, so good God, we're going to get another one. But in Disenchantment is great voice acting. It is overall pretty funny, but it's just nothing special. The brand new Cherry Flavor follows Rosa Salazar as a young filmmaker in the 90s who is betrayed by a sleazy producer, and she puts a curse on him, and shit absolutely goes down. Upon looking into the show a little bit, I kept seeing articles about how there is a weird, bizarre sex scene that a lot of viewers couldn't get through. Well, I saw the scene, and it is really weird and bizarre. Like, it's fucking out there. But I got through it because it's weird, but it's not the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Overall, Salazar is amazing in her role as Lisa Nova. Catherine Keener is in this as the villain, and she's like a demon or something, or like a demon jumped into her, I guess. You know, she is absolutely haunting at times. And then there is Sienna Werber, who overall small role, but she is great in what is only her second role, and her first one was a fucking voiceover in Grand Theft Auto 5. The show itself keeps you interested, it keeps you wanting more, it keeps you wanting to keep watching instead of taking a break. You want to watch the whole thing because you want to know what's going to happen next with this curse, with everything overall. And it kind of sort of keeps it open for a sequel or a season 2, I guess, because it's a show. And if it does, I mean, I'm all for it. So Benjamin Bratt is fantastic. He commands your attention every time he's on screen. Rosario Dawson, she's good, but not great, which is disappointing because she can be amazing. But DMZ, not so much. There's also Freddie Mayans, probably pronouncing his last name horribly wrong, but he is just so monotone and emotionless that they tried to make him like a center stage kind of character, and every time he was on screen, I just didn't give a shit because he showed zero emotion. Despite it having a fantastic comic series backing it, 50, 60 plus issues, I think, the show is just bland and boring. It's very disappointing. So The Guardians of Justice is a parody of DC Comics and the Justice League, and some of the names for the heroes are great. Some of them are not very imaginative. Like you have their version of Superman or Marvelous Man. Then you have their version of the Flash, who's just simply called the Speed. There's Nighthawk, Batman, played by retired pro wrestler Diamond Dallas Page, of all people. And there's also versions of Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Black Canary, and Shazam, going with names of Golden Goddess, respectively. Golden Goddess, Black Bow, Blue Screen, and Aquaman, King Tsunami, and Awesome Man. So yeah, some of these names are very unimaginative. But I guess that's the point. The show itself is really, really fucking weird. It mixes live action and animation, different styles of animation, from, straight up animation, anime, claymation. There's like a little bit of everything. And a lot of the action scenes, I'm getting to video games. A lot of the action scenes are stylized like video games, such as Mortal Kombat, and there's even finish hims and brutalities. And it's just, I don't know, it's fucking weird. So Pieces of Her is based off a book, which I didn't read, and stars Toni Collette and Bella Heathcote. Collette is great in her role. Bella Heathcote I think she absolutely shines in this. I think she is, without a doubt, the star of this entire show. And even though the story itself kind of starts to fall flat and get a little predictable in the end, the first half of the show is very compelling, and it keeps you interested in the overall mystery of what's going on. So we have another version of Cheaper by the Dozen, though I guess the last one was with Steve Martin, and that was a while ago. It puts a modern spin on the tale, and it does, in my opinion, portray very, very well mixed race families, race relation, bullying. One of the kids was adopted. Another one was the dad's sister's kid, who they kind of brought in because his sister's a drug addict, I guess. So that's what made out the 12. But overall, Cheaper by the Dozen 2022 is just boring, laughless. Like, why did they bring in Zach Braff? He has not been funny since Scrubs. And even then, he wasn't really that funny in Scrubs. But at the end of the day, this movie is just humorless. And while it has a lot of heart, it's just boring as fuck.
Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when more reviews go live. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie or show, and I will see you next time.